Hey guys, and welcome back to the final boss fight. Um, so today I'm going to show you guys how to install something called Homebrew. Uh, most of you power users will be aware of Homebrew, but this is for the guys who are new and just getting uh, used to a Mac. Especially if you're coming from, whoa, sorry about that. That's cool. What did I do there? Man, I can't replicate that. Anyways, yeah, I know what that is, but um, sorry about that. So, especially the guys who are coming from Linux, for example, Debian or Ubuntu, you're used to something like apt package manager, and Homebrew is nothing but exactly the same thing for a Mac. The reason I thought I'll make a video about this is because um, don't get me wrong, I love the way installation works on a Mac where you just have to drag and drop, and it's not much, but this is definitely more intuitive if you want to get your hands dirty with the command line. And the beauty about apt on Ubuntu and Homebrew is you don't really need to go open a browser, download the file, etc. So let's get started. So I'm gonna make this as simple as possible, uh, and then we're gonna uh, install a particular package, and let me show you that. So firstly, how do you get Homebrew? For that, I'm gonna open Safari now. So let's just search for Homebrew Mac. There you go. So the website is homebrew.sh, and so you have this. You need to copy this particular Ruby script. It's as simple as that. So let's just go through this. So what does Homebrew do? Homebrew installs the stuff you need that Apple didn't. So if you guys are used to automatically having wget and curl, then you know that now you can get you can install wget and curl on a Mac. If you really don't know what wget and curl do, I'll try and show that to you once we're done. So yeah, so there are a lot of these uh, options that Homebrew kind of opens up to you, which most Linux users probably have natively, or just they can just install it with a sudo apt get command, install command. Uh, Now you also have you can also install native apps with another command called brew cask install. Now I think we're getting a little too ahead of ourselves, so let's just go ahead and install Homebrew first. So let's go ahead and paste that in here. And I already have Homebrew installed, so I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to show you what it says it will do, and that's what it does. It gives you a warning. You can go ahead and just ignore this. I use this on a multi-user setup, so there's a different setup for that. I'll probably cover that in a different video, but don't worry about these directories being set, the owner being set, because that's you. Don't worry about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit escape because I already have brew installed. I'm just gonna uh, go ahead and assume that we've installed it now. If you do face any issues or errors, I'd suggest you get onto Homebrew's GitHub. You can get there by clicking on that link and go ahead and search for any issues that you might have. And if it's not already there, you can always raise a new issue and sign into GitHub. And if you want more details, you can always go through this. As you can see, this is If you want to know what you can install, you can always choose brew search. Let's go ahead and copy that, and let's go ahead and paste that in here. I'm gonna hit brew search. So there you go. So this is a list of all the possible packages you can install. Think of it as a command line app store of sorts, if that makes it simpler to think of. And I know that most of you guys are not going to be using this unless you're not going to do this unless you want to get into coding and command lines. So this is kind of to help you transition from being scared of the command line to kind of start getting your fingers dirty. I know most of the power users already know this, and they're probably like, dude, we already know this, but this video then is not for you. Or if you can still learn something out of this, great. I'm going to clear that. So firstly, I'm going to go ahead and let's try installing wget. So brew install wget. I don't know if I already have that installed and if it's going to give me an error, but okay. So there you see, brew is already installed up here. So let's brew install curl. So there you go. So this is what it's going to do. As you can see, brew is downloading. You're able to see the link here, right over here. So everything is transparent this way. You can always go ahead and check, and if there are any caveats, it's going to show you that wget wasn't sim linked or something like that. So don't worry about that. Now let's go ahead and check if wget works. Wget is already installed. So let me find a download link somewhere. 4K HD samples, maybe. I'm just doing this to kind of get a downloadable link of some particular file to kind of showcase this. Maybe I got a Elysium sample footage. Yeah, so get that link. So what wget enables you to do, let me just create, so move to the downloads directory by doing cd and downloads, and cool. So I'm going to go ahead and now clear that out and type wget, and we can go ahead and paste the link that we just got and hit enter. And what that's going to do is, wget is basically a command line tool for you to download any files you want. So as you can see, it's going ahead and downloading the file, and there are multiple options to wget. You can specify a particular folder where you can download it. Anyways, so as you can see, Homebrew is a really powerful tool that you have where you can do a lot of stuff. Now wget is maybe a command line tool, but it doesn't have to be limited to that. So I'm going to show you how you can install native apps with Homebrew. So for most native apps, there's an additional command which is brew cask install. Now these are known as casks. Most native Mac apps are known as casks for Homebrew. So you can go ahead and say brew cask install Firefox, and it's going to do its thing. In the meantime, let me just go ahead and close this out and come back to terminal. Warning, cask Firefox is already installed. Okay, cool. Firefox is installed. So as you can see, I'm gonna quickly find a package, say best apps. So I'm testing this live as we go along, so it might just fail. So do I have Evernote 21? Oh, it's not Android. We're not an Android, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry if this video is not too professional for you. I'm just trying to learn as I go along as well. Best Mac apps of 2018. Dropbox. Why don't we go ahead and try Dropbox? So say I want to install Dropbox and say brew cask install Dropbox, and it should work. There you go. So as you see, now Homebrew is completely user maintained on GitHub, right? So all your casks are people who develop the casts and nothing but Ruby scripts that give particular details. Basically, your action of going to the website, clicking on the download link, and downloading it is kind of moved and automated through a Ruby script. So that's what it does. But you don't have it. Basically, automates your task in the command line of installing stuff. Now you can see that it's installing Castlog. I want to draw your attention to this line. Moving app Dropbox.app to applications. So what Homebrew has done here is nothing but what we normally do, which is downloading the file. Sorry, I'm gonna highlight this. Downloading the file as you would, and it downloads it to whatever temporary folder, and you move the Dropbox app from wherever you download it to application Dropbox. That's all it does, and it automates it. So as you can see, there's no, I mean, there is magic happening behind the scenes, but it's not like there's no questionable stuff that is happening where you're going to be worried uh, for these. So it's, as far as I know, it's safe, but do it at your own risk. It depends on what packages you install, whether you break stuff or don't. Um, but as you can see, it's really powerful. You can always go into brew list to kind of view all the packages that you have installed, and you can go to brew, I think it's H, to get help on this. Now as you can see, you can do a brew search, for example brew search drop, and it's probably going to give you a list of anything that matches the word drop, right? And I guess as you go on and try different things, you're going to kind of learn stuff. And as you can see now, we search for drop stuff and it's given you formulae. Now formulae basically command line and maybe homebrew stuff for homebrew, and casts are your native Mac apps. And as you can see, it goes as far as ticking off Dropbox to tell you that Dropbox is already installed. Now there are certain things that you can do. You can do brew doctor to kind of check and see if you have any issues with your brew installations. You can make your own packages, which you're not going to do now because I still don't know how to do that. Maybe I'm going to figure that out in the future article or whatever. And I guess that's going to be helpful if you're an app developer or something, where you can go ahead and make your own brew configurations. Now as far as security goes, from what I have seen, brew uses user local, which is kind of safe for systems, so there's not going to be an issue. Mac has given you that folder as like a sandbox, so shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? And Homebrew automatically kind of checks permissions and all in the background of apps in case they're trying to write to any other folder, and kind of blocks access to that. As far as I know, I haven't really gone in depth. You could probably research that. Cool. So now say I want to install info on my Firefox installation. I can always go brew info Firefox. Oh, okay. Sorry. So then there's my mistake. So it's brew cask in for Firefox because Firefox is a cask, right? And as you can see, there you go, you get all the details. As you can see, you can always check where it's installed. um, and you have all the languages supported, and the app you can do brew in for wget to kind of see where the wget details. And what brew also does is install dependencies, required dependencies when needed, so that's not an issue. If you're a person who likes building from source and all that, you can always install brew, make packages, etc. Cool. Now let me show you how to uninstall. So all I need to do, if I want to say go ahead and remove wget, brew remove wget, and there you go. That's all it is. It's as simple as that. Now if you want to go ahead and remove Firefox, because it's a cask install, you need to add that additional parameter brew cask remove Firefox, and that should kind of remove Firefox, and it's also backing it up to user local. And as you can see, it's gone ahead and removed Firefox from there. Cool. So those are a few features of brew that I wanted to showcase, and if you feel up to it, if you're not really got into command line and you're a little scared of it and whatever it is and all that, you can always kind of get into brew and play around and kind of figure it out. So this is something I thought I should make just to kind of showcase simple things that can be achieved for day-to-day tasks. You don't need to be a power user, but you can just achieve simple things like this through and kind of automate your life using the command line. And this is kind of to help you get your feet wet in the command line. And I hope this helps. If you have any questions or if you have any feedback, let me know. If you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button. If you liked it, please do hit the like button and subscribe if it's not too much for you. And you can always hit the notification icon if you want to be updated of all the new videos. Just wanted to say that I'm just starting off these different tutorials and there's no particular order right now, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go, and I'm new to YouTubing and screencasting, so I'm sorry if this is not a professional video that you're expecting, and do leave your feedback on how I could improve. And I guess that's about it. So have a nice day, guys. Take care and see you around. Bye.